wanting to get that first punch in. I mean, how the first inning sort of go for you guys, and also what sort of show about you guys to be able to sort of have the counter punch afterwards?
Yeah, the first inning certainly wasn't ideal as far as striking first. But it was good to see us show some resilience and take a blow and respond the way we did. And even to tie the ball game up and then, give up two more and then to continue to fight back just really speaks to, the character of this group. And I've talked about this for a few weeks, and we need to fight, and and that's what we did tonight. And didn't get an ideal start, but guys in the pen picked us up, and the offense was relentless with their at bats.
What did Shohei's home run do? Just maybe open things up for you guys offensively.
It just kind of obviously it got us back in the game. It's just got the momentum back for us and just gave us life. And I think from pitch one, the fans were just engaged, were in it. It was just, I felt that energy. And I think Shohei feeds off that, but that was just a huge hit.
I think he's like 14 for his last 17 the runners in scoring position. I know you kind of go up there expecting him to get hit every time in that spot, but does it get a little ridiculous at that point, like how frequently he's been doing that lately?
It's been insane, how good he's been with runners in scoring position. And so, the key is just getting him opportunities because, when he does get those opportunities, you feel like he's going to cash them in.
We're going the second row in the middle.
Dave, resiliency has kind of become this team's identity. You just talked about how gutsy Freddie was out there, and also, did you expect the stolen base?
He was very gutsy. He just willed himself into the lineup. He was certainly medicated. He's doing whatever he can to get on the field, man. And I just really have so much respect for him. Finding a way to play and be there for his teammates. And he swung the bat really well tonight, obviously, with some hits, and I didn't expect the stolen base. And it's one of those things, you get these guys that are in compete mode, and they just don't know anything else. So I was just grateful he survived that. I don't know if it was a slide or it was a collision with the bag. I don't know what it was.
Bill and then Dylan.
On Yamamoto, Dave, when you made the decision to take him out, was that you thought he was getting tired, you couldn't afford to get any farther behind, something else? What was the thinking there?
Both. I thought that, I thought there were some misses. I just felt that there was stress. I just thought that they were seeing him well. And, there's some things that I think that we're going to dig into because I think at second base they had some things with his glove and giving away some pitches. So we're going to clean that up. And that's part of baseball, so it's on us to kind of clean that up and not, give away, what pitch he's going to throw. So we'll clean that up internally. But I think for me, it's like just the guys, they just had a lot of good swings against him in 3 innings.
And you said the other day that you guys were now set up so that if you do get to a Game 5, either Yamamoto or Flaherty could go, depending on what you thought. Did you see anything tonight that would play into that kind of decision if you get there?
Oh, if we get there, he's certainly in play.
He's in play.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not guaranteed to make the start. In play.
No, I mean, he'll probably start. I mean, I'm trying to get to Game 2.
Okay.
So yeah, that's a little down the road.
Go to Dylan and then to Russell in the second row.
Dave, before the game, it looked like Ohtani was ready to run out onto the field. Yet when he gets in the batter's box, right, he seems calmer than anyone else there. He says he's not really sure how he kind of turns that switch. Any ideas how that happens?
I don't know how that happens. He certainly has that switch, that focus that goes to excitement versus nerves and feeling pressure and trying too hard. You can even see it in his first at bat, just the discipline in the strike zone to get back into a count to then fly out. But the big moments, I just really have never seen a guy in the biggest of moments come through as consistently as he has. It's really impressive. I don't know how he does it. I wish a lot of other players had that ability. He's just very unique in that.
And just what did you think when you saw Freddie take off on that stolen base?
I was holding my breath. And the crash landing, I wanted to make sure he was able to get up.
Russell, second row.
Dave, I think you guys are 70-13 now when you score 5 or more runs. I know you've dealt with a lot in terms of your rotation with injuries this year, but how nice is it, especially this time of year when runs are hard to come by, that on days like this you can flip the switch and manufacture runs like you did in the fourth or get the big swing from Shohei in the third?
It was great, and I think it's a little bit to, you see a guy like Cease who's got really big stuff, and to be able to kind of grind at bats, that's the hard part. When you're trailing, and not to panic and just kind of just spike and just be too aggressive, to be able to take walks. We did that all night, got the pitch count up, got them out of the game, got to their pen, got looks at some guys. So that's a credit to our guys. It's experience, it's trusting a process, and our hit guys got those guys prepared. But our guys were relentless all night, and it's just hard not to panic when you're behind, especially in a postseason game. So we did a really good job of trying to take one at bat at a time.
Standing up on the back right.
When you look at the past couple of postseasons and the offense going cold, is there something about Shohei and his production that, even if it's just vibes in the dugout, helps guys loosen up and maybe led to the success you had tonight?
There is. We've obviously had a lot of good players, but when you get a player like Shohei who clearly embraces these moments and has the ability to carry a ball club, I do think that there's something to the alleviating the, I hate saying pressure, but the pressure for other players. He's just very unique and talented, and this is kind of what he's been ever since an adolescent, I'm sure, the best player on the field. So I think there is something to having that superstar player that can carry a ball club.
JP, back left.
Dave, going back to Freddie Steele, Mike Schilt called it like playing possum, I think was the phrase that he used. But then, you think about between the injury and the fact that he, I think, stole like 20 bases last year and maybe cut back a little bit this year. How important is that element of surprise to him?
You know what? It surprised everyone. I think that, Cease is really typically quick to the plate, but given Freddie's injury, so he was probably 1-4, 1-5 to the plate. And then Freddie, just as a competitor, there was nobody out, and he felt that that's a chance to get in scoring position with nobody out. So it's a calculated play. I guess he was playing possum with everybody, but it was just a heady play and a gutsy play.
And then, just given the severity of his injury, does any part of you want to tell him, like, hey, man, hold back, we could need you?
I told him he doesn't understand the definition of governor. I try to tell him to play with a governor, but I'll tell him again, but I don't know if it'll land.
We'll take two quick ones, one in the front and then finish up in the back.
Just real quick, I think anyone I'm in front of you.
Hey.
I think anyone looking at the box score tonight would say you managed your pitchers brilliantly. I guess it's easy to say that when you win, but the screws were turning a couple of moments during this game. How nervous were you, or not? Manny's at bat.
Yeah, I was probably nervous there because that was Blake's last hitter. We pushed him a lot more than I would have liked to. I just felt that you got to go to the pen when I did. I felt giving us the best chance, and you trust your guys, and they did a great job.
Dave, your lineup is obviously pretty difficult to game plan against at its best. You've seen how people have approached the top all year. What did you think when, they get to 2 strikes against Mookie and then choose to intentionally walk him?
I was surprised. I think Mookie was too. I think that, Morahone, I think, just threw a ball in the dirt to give up a run. And so I don't know if Mike was kind of leery of another wild pitch. Obviously, with 2 strikes, it typically doesn't happen. And they wanted to take their chance with Freddie, which is one of those things that when you have good players, I think we're in a good spot, either if it's Mookie or Freddie. But I guess they just wanted that left-handed matchup.